Good morning, all. How the devil are we? It's Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. A few hiccups, because I'm professional at this sort of thing, you know. Yeah, the video was set for made for children, which we all know that's not true. So, anyway, there you go. Morning, Steve. Steve's in the group, saying hello. Good morning. Thanks for being with us. Hopefully some other people will join us shortly. So I'm going to waffle for a couple of minutes. Let me tell you a little bit about what's coming up and what you should expect from this morning's parade. As the morning Plastic Monarchy, thanks for joining. The main reason for this is obviously I promised some while ago that I would keep a good update of what was going on in the mess, and I wanted to try and link what was going on with the mess with the YouTube channel so that we could use that as a way of encouraging new members and people joining in, etc. So I've been working in the background, and I'll be honest, a bit lazy, and haven't managed to get it sorted. But anyway, all that to one side, here we are. Obviously the time slots are really difficult at the moment with the pandemic and everyone trying to do a little bit of content for people. So it's a very busy schedule out there. So trying to find where I wanted to be and where I was happy to be was probably the hardest part. So yeah, so that's why I've chosen 11 o'clock. I'm sorry for those that aren't with us right now who are still sleeping. I'm so lucky. Obviously I've got to try and find a slot that works. So for the moment, we are going to try and do a weekly update at 11 o'clock on a Sunday. Join the Sunday gang because obviously there's loads of other people after me as well. And that's the idea. As I say, it's only for an hour, so it's really a case of keeping you up to date with everything, but we'll go through all those bits in a minute. Let's see who's here. So Richard Owen is with us. Thank you, Richard. Good morning. Hope you're well. Dad's in the house saying good morning, Steve, and good morning, me. Sorry. Lewis Williamson is there. Hello, Lewis. You're right. I hope you've been a good boy today. I doubt it. Nat's obviously there saying good morning to everybody. We've got a Facebook user, which I guess would be Johnny Burton, one of our admins. If you're watching on the Facebook group, that's great. But be aware that it will ask you if it will allow you to give your details to StreamYard, and then that way I can keep a track on that screen. But I've got that screen and I've got that screen just in case I miss something. So anyway, Johnny, always one great admin on the group. Thank you for everything you do. It's a good time to say it. And morning, welcome to be with us. Johnny Mayfield's with us. Thank you, Johnny. Hi, how are you doing? I'm not even going to read that out, Lewis. I don't believe you. I got 12 people watching, and we are 7 minutes already live. Can you believe that? Wow. Okay. So I'm going to come back to the chat in a little bit. So for those that are joining us, please make sure you say hello and be a part of the chat, because the whole idea of the stream is that you interact with the people that are watching, but also with myself as well, and it'll make it a bit more fun. And as you can see up in the top corner, if you don't know and you're new to us by any chance, these are our social media. These here are our social media ways of keeping in touch with us. We've obviously at the top got our Facebook group. We've got the YouTube channel, in which you're probably watching or maybe watching right now, and we've got the Instagram account as well. And I'll try my best to keep those up to date as possible. But as I mentioned the social media thing, let's go straight up to the Facebook group, because that's a good link. I like that. It's always professional. Before we do that, we've got a new person. Hello, a swinging pig. Hello, thanks for joining. So there you go. Right, okay, so onto the Facebook group. So for those that you're watching that are in the Facebook group, we're going to just go over some content and bits and pieces. For those that you are watching and not part of the Facebook group, where have you been? So the one thing in which I would really like you to do is to head over to the Facebook group. Now, how do you do that? It just so happens by the medium of such an amazing professional person that I am able to share my screen with a few clicks, and there we go. So as you can see, Facebook group is the Model Officer's Mess. Oh, Carl, thank you for that. Show my error. We're not children. So this is the Facebook group. This is the first page you'll come into. If you are a new member, it will ask you to answer 3 simple questions, and the idea being is just so we can filter out anybody that may be misunderstanding the model side of it. We get a lot of those. So as you can see, this is our header, and we've got some pictures there from Glenn Woodruff and Brett for their models. And what we do every month is we put a post up and say, what have you completed this month? And then the admins have the dubious task of having to decide what's the best models, and that's quite a job, I can tell you. So anyway, while we're here, we will have a quick look at the page. So obviously we've got at the top, you'll get the announcements. That'll tell you everything what's going on. At the moment, there is the land warfare group build. We'll come back to the group builds in a minute, and then obviously we get posts. You get posts like this. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I do set up the posts so they are automatic. The reason for that is trying to jiggle everything when you're at work, etc., can be a bit of a nightmare. So they're not generic posts. They are posts that I try and change up a little bit throughout the month. So one thing I really need to clarify with you, please, when you see these posts, they go up on certain days, or basically every day apart from Tuesday and Thursday, I believe. Read the header. Read what it says, because sometimes I'll throw something in there which is a little bit different, and it's just to make sure you're reading it and keeping in contact. And all the idea is it's always what's on your bench, or most of the time it's always what's on your bench or been on your bench. And the idea is that you share your work with us so we can see what you've been up to. And we'll come back to that in a little bit. So because obviously we do. And then obviously one thing I really like, new member here from Michael Heel. When you join, we'll always say, hi, how are you? Say hello to everybody. This is a great post from Michael saying, hi, folks. These are the sort of builds in which I'm into, blah, blah, blah. And then we get an idea of what you're all about. And maybe, for example, in this particular one, he's doing 1/72 vacuum packs, and there might be someone out there that's really interested in that, and that's a person that you can then ask, how do you get hold of the vacuum packs? How do you do this? How do you do that? And that's the whole idea of the group, is to share our knowledge. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the group any further than that at the moment. But one thing I am going to go through is over on here, we've got obviously our announcements. So if there's any announcements you want to keep up with, check in there, just make sure. Members, obviously we've got all our members listed, and who's admins. If you have any issues, give us a shout. Please don't interact with other members in a hostile manner, because we have a simple policy within the group, which is delete. I haven't got time to get involved with arguing and bits and pieces. If a post goes up that's inappropriate, we'll look at it, we'll make a judgment, and that's as simple as that. One thing we don't allow in the group is selling. You put a sales post up. If I am in a good mood, I probably will warn you. If I'm not, then I probably just delete you. And when I say delete you, it's not the post, delete you from the group, because those are the rules. They're very simple. Be polite, don't sell. It's as simple as that, and share whatever you can. So there you go. Events, obviously, we've got some events coming up. I don't generally use that too much, but some stuff there. There are some videos in there as well, and there are some photos in there. Obviously, photos, big part of the group. We like, when we do group builds, we like to do albums of what you're doing, so we can watch your build all the way through, and then obviously a reveal album. And there was a gentleman I was speaking to today, and the name escapes me. Oh, that's so rude. It was a gentleman I was speaking today. I'll show you in a minute. He posted up a picture of something he's making, and it looks fantastic. And I said to him, "Oh, you couldn't create an album and, you know, from start to finish so we can all watch and see what's going on, I believe he's going to do so. So that's going to be great. But that's another little segue we'll come back to in a minute. The other thing I wanted to just highlight to you, I mean, obviously there are other bits there for you to see, but files are a very important part of the group. And I'll click on it and I'll show you why. So in here, we have got a list of files. Now on these files are a bit of written blurb about our birthday, about group builds, etc., etc. So if you go down to this part here, which says time for something different, this is the list of this year's group builds and special interest builds. There's a calendar, which will pop up. There you go. There's a calendar that tells you exactly what's going on all year. And as you can see, we've done the space and sci-fi. We're doing the land and warfare. And the next one up is air warfare, followed that by the sea warfare at the end of the year. And just for a bit of fun, we've got a diorama build that runs the whole of the year, or pretty much most of it, actually. Not all of it. 11 months. So there you go. You've got loads going on. And then if you follow this down a little bit more, bear with me, because I'm obviously doing this for people that are new. So there you go. You've got, for example, the diorama build. That tells you when it starts, when it finishes, what the criteria is. And this year, I've been really conscious to keep every single group build as open as possible to everybody. So, for example, I won't do the sci-fi. Obviously, we do a birthday build every year, and it's always a 48-hour build, and it's always live, and it's always a laugh. But we've missed that because we've done that. So right now we're doing the land warfare. It started on the 3rd of April until the 26th of June. So we have got 12 days left to get your builds in. So if you're not joined in the group build, unless you can achieve it within that short period of time, wait for the next one, which will be the air warfare, which starts on the 3rd of July. So what I do is a general blurb in here about what we're doing, and then we'll come out of that because we've covered everything I want to cover in that. And then, for example, the land warfare, I do a separate file, which will be all about the land warfare. Now, what that is, as always, there's rules and build terms. So, like I say, as you can see, I'll let you read it in your leisure, but it gives you everything you need to do to join in the group build, to be a part of the group build, and to be entered into the final part where the admins choose a winner. There you go. So thank you for bearing with me. I will go back to the discussion side in a minute. What I'm going to do quickly, so I'm just going to go to our comments. Let's catch up with the comments before I go any further, because maybe there's some questions or whatever. Okay, so where were we? We have got Making Models Trucker. That's Lewis saying hi to Mike. JS saying hello, James. Greetings from SLC, Utah. Woohoo! John Mayfield saying I'm on YouTube as well. Ooh. What we got there? It's difficult to keep up with all this. Okay, I'm just going to go through it. Nat says hi everyone, and she is doing her job cooking. Move on swiftly. Steve just said they're very difficult with such a high class of models that are entered. And Steve is one of our admins for the group. And yeah, he's absolutely right. When it comes to judging on a monthly basis, honestly, it can be really difficult to make a choice. Generally speaking, the admins make the decision. I only make a vote if we are in a situation where we've got like 2 or 3 people that they can't decide between. So yeah, but generally we'll all have a bit of a chat about it, and yeah, the admins are, do you know what, I couldn't do this without the admins. So yeah, I'm gonna well up. Budget modeler Steph, good morning. James, good morning. Steph, hope you're well. And Lewis has just said that, oh, Sea Warfare. Yes, that's the end of the year. I did that on purpose, if I'm honest. I tried to do the way the group builds were so that if you had the chance to sit and break everything down, a little bit like myself, you could build bits within those different areas, put them all together into diorama. But we'll come back to that in a minute. John just saying he's going off to do some spraying of my Tamiya 148 Tiger. Ooh, I'm sure we'll put some pictures up in the mess at some point. Thank you for that. Right, so yeah, so there you go. So we're all up to date with the chat. One thing I wanted to do is I wanted to show you the sort of thing. Oh, we're live. Look at that. Would you believe that? So obviously we were talking about the post, and obviously this weekend on Saturday I put a post up saying what's on your bench. So let's go through and see what everyone has done. One thing I will say, I don't think this will work, but I'm going to try, and I'm hesitating because I'm trying to watch the feed catch up with it. Right, so Rich Stone's put 2 munchies on his bench and he's put a video up, so let's see if it works. It does. Oh, would you believe that? Oh, look at all that. Some nice figures there. Oh, it's quite a tidy bench. Considering he's got a lot going on, it's quite a tidy bench. And don't be afraid. If you want to put a video up because you can't put all of your what's on your bench in one go, that's fine, not a problem. Now, here we go. This is I'm going to mask a name, so I apologize. This is Gustav. He's 172nd farmhouse now completed. Now, I believe that this is all scratch built. Now, I think that's absolutely phenomenal. I'm sure you'll agree. So I've actually asked him whether he'd be willing to put some pictures up to show us how he did it and how it, how he got it to that. I mean, it's fantastic. It's just, you can't fault that. A bit of an impromptu look at everyone's work. Let me see. So yes, I've asked him to do that. We've got Graham there, who a little tiny Jeep. Oof. And that's got to be 172nd, I would say. That's what was on his bench on Saturday. Do you know? I'm so wrong. Gustav, I haven't asked you, but if you have got pictures of the build from start to finish, do what I've just asked Sean to do as well. Oh, I thought I was so prepared. I've written everything down, everything. So as you can see, I've asked here that this is a build that's he's still working on this London building, and as you can see, that is scratch built. Not quite sure what products he's using, but I think that's phenomenal. It looks really, really good. And I'd like to see lots more pictures of it, but also I'd like to know how he did it, and I'm sure you would. So I've asked him to create an album, and he's going to. So he thinks he's got most of the pictures of how he did it, so that'd be cool. We got Kat, who is working on, I would say, that's some signal controls for her railway. I'm not sure. Kat, you're very naughty. You didn't tell us what it was, but I'm pretty certain that's what it is. I can't think it'd be anything else. I don't know, but it's cool. We like that. We've got Michael, who is slow and steady progress on the Rareplane Victor B2 early. Just about to shoot some flat on the main gear. Oof. That's quite a big old beast, isn't it? Nice. Nice. Well done, Michael. Keep us up to date with that. Oh, some old one going on about cooking the books. Obviously, if you did get the pun, I am severely into figure mode at the moment. And yeah, I'm suffering a bit of a mojo, if I'm honest. I like figures, but I tend to find that I have to be in a certain rut, if you like. Yeah, I'm not quite getting that right now, but yeah, they're here still, and I'm going to crack on with them hopefully today. We got Gav. Oh, Gav, look at that. Tamiya 135th 8-ram armored car. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, that does look very nice. Oh, only I could do that. Eddie's just saying that he's been cracking on with a simple out-of-the-box build of a Academy M12 self-propelled howitzer. Photos tomorrow, and here are those photos. So there you go. He's right there. He's doing a bit. I don't know the scale. Did he say 1/35? Was he? No, might be a little one. But yeah, he's cracking on. It's nice to see a little bit of progress. Well done, Ed. What can you say? Paul has been working on his Zvezda Greyhound. Oh yeah, we were talking about this last night, weren't we? I think. Were we? Yes, we were. Yeah. And this is an anti-tank weapon, I believe. But wow, that looks really, really cool. I think it was 1/35th, but I'm not 100% sure. But very, very nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Well done, you. Carl Parker, one of my one of the long-term members. I think he joined pretty much when we started, which was some 3 years ago now or more. He's doing a bit on his warrior for the Land Warfare GB. Wow, you've got 12 days, Carl. No pressure. And that is also something in which I want to say as well. These group builds, yes, there's a start time. Yes, there's a finish time. But, don't put pressure on yourself. If you are working on a subject and you don't get it finished for the completion date, it's fine. Please carry on and keep us posted about how your progress with that particular build is. Don't put it up on the shelf just because you missed the date. It's fine. Obviously, we won't put you into the reveal album at that time, and you'll be part of the winning pool, so to speak. But it's always good for you to put your builds in. So, but I'm sure Carl will do that. He's prolific, I think would be the right phrase. So, Henry, I'm guessing you're working on a recovery tank of some description. Looks interesting. That's TACOM, isn't it? Yeah, TACOM instructions there. Well, I guess that would be the crane part. A little description would be handy, just so we know what you're up to. And we go to Rob. Rob's obviously doing a diorama. Not necessarily need a description in here, but it's been nice to know what it is, what progress you've made. And I would suggest that's probably an Iraqi scene or something to that effect. And I think, if I remember correctly, most of this is scratch built. But I'm not 100% sure. But that looks pretty cool. I like that, Rob. Really looking nice. Yeah, really looking nice, that is. Then we're on to Phil. That's quite nice, isn't it? I wonder what kit that is. I'm not really good with Star Trek, so I couldn't tell you what robot that is. I assume it's Star Wars. I don't know, but that looks quite nice. Nice little kit. Maybe a Bandai kit, I guess. I know Bandai did one, didn't they, where they had like 3 droids. Phil, let us know. Maybe when you put your post up on the next update, you can let us know and tell us what that is. Really nice. Nice, though. I like it. I like it a lot. Johnny Burton. Obviously, one of our admins, as I said earlier. Oh, wow. He's got a bit more done on El Lobo. El Lobo. El Lobo is a monogram, I believe, 148th B17. Building it for a friend. Someone's asked him to build it for him, and he's taken a lot of care and attention to it. He's doing a cracking, sterling job. It won't be long till that's finished, Johnny, I guess. And I guess you've got a 109 in the making there. Oh no, it's a it's a Seafire, James. I'm good with my tanks, aren't I? So yeah, we've got David rather. David is what can you say? Doing well, doing very, very well. Stargate character, and looking Looking mighty fine, David. David's quite prolific in his models as well, and he's of a very good standard. And he does like doing multiple. I'm building this too. This is a Type 2 German sub, I would guess, with a gloss coat on, I'm guessing. This is a bit shiny, so he's obviously still working on that too. Nice. We've got, Frank. Oh, look at that. Painting a bit more of the body. I can't carry my workbench to work, so painting is possible. So here it is. So yeah, looking very nice. Looking very nice. What a mate. Ed. Oh, I think Ed's done a bit of an update there for us as well. There we go. He's got his running gear on. That's looking nice, isn't it? Doing well. Doing well. I'm just whizzing through these. I'm really sorry. We got Henry, who posted an hour ago. Well done, you. Look at that. Wow. I would say he's at the point where he's putting the paint down and putting the last bits on that, isn't he? I think. I don't know. Henry, a bit more information. That'd be lovely. But doing a sterling job. Well done, you. And the last one we're going to do for today is John. Now, if I remember correctly, this was crazy scale. I can't remember. It's a carrier, obviously, an American carrier, but I can't remember exactly what one it was. And I think it was 1/200 or something like that. Crazy scale. And the detail he's putting into it is, yeah, really like it. Really like it. So there you go. So that's the sort of thing that we post up. Not every day, because I know you guys have got other things to do. You're not always at the bench, but on this particular occasion, I'm just trying to get to the top of this post because go on and on and on and on, and on and on. There we go. So what we got? We got 30 comments there. Obviously, they're not all pictures, but it's good. And the other thing as well, it's really, really good to see you interacting with the pictures. So asking the questions. Obviously, doing a bit of support as well, saying well done, that looks good, blah blah. We don't do criticism, if I'm honest, on this group, and everyone is really, really well behaved with that. Constructive maybe sometimes, but generally it's only if it's asked for. So the group is a really friendly, really group friend. Yeah, you know what I mean, friendly group. So there you go. So so that's the mess. For those that you are not part of it, head on over, ask 3 questions, get involved with the group builds, and there you go. So I'm going to stop sharing that, and that'll give me a chance to go back and catch up with the chat, and you can see me in my bigger form. One thing you will know is I'm really bad with names, and I will murder names, so I do apologize. So, gentleman there, Mr. Kessler. How do you say that? I'm going to practice that and have that right for next time. Morning. Yeah, Lewis is just reminding me it's a Russian self-propelled anti-aircraft gun. Yes, thank you. Okay, and it was in 135th. I remember. So cool. Kennerman Studios. Good morning, gentlemen. Don't forget to press the like button for this gentleman. It helps the channel. Indeed. Thank you very much. That's a very good little segue there. Indeed. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you press the like. If you don't like it, press the dislike. But take 2 minutes to write why you didn't like it and what we can do to improve. And like I say, with anyone that's watching, even if you do like it, if there's something you'd like me to feature or me to do, let me know, because I might not be able to do it, but I might know somebody that can. And I do like to do something a little bit different. We'll come to that in a minute. Henry's apparently that's a German Leopard recovery tank. Thank you. I am, as you probably are aware, unless it's on a box, I'm not great with most things. So Lewis is on it, and that says it's an R2D2. No, it's not. It's an R4D4. It's a droid from Star Wars, maybe. Swinging Pig's says he's got to go. I'll watch the rest of the catch up. Well, thank you very much for being with us so far. You left about 6 minutes ago, so I'm sorry I missed that. But obviously, you're now watching it back, and I'm glad you're back. Enjoy it to the end. Thank you, everyone, for saying goodbye and keeping on top of it. Dad's just popped in. Hey, James, have you been practicing your vocal skills for StreamYard the other night? I was here watching her too. I'm not sure. I don't think so. My vocal skills are as poor as they always are. Anyway, so we've covered the group builds and all that. I wanted to go over that. Just to remind you, actually, with the group builds, the Land Warfare, 12 more days to go. Thank you, everybody that's got involved and popped their bits and pieces up. I really appreciate it. While I'm thinking of it, let me sorry, so organized as usual. I'm going to share the screen again. Lots of clickety click, clickety click, clickety click. There we go. So back onto the Facebook page, and in the photo section, you click here on photos, and it gives you photos or albums. Click on the album picture or album where it says album, and then obviously you've got everybody that's been really busy putting albums up, etc. But for our group builds, we have got the Land Warfare Reveal album. Now in here, the idea is that you put three pictures only of what you've built. What you can do is do one picture with lots of different pictures within it, if you know how to do that. But it's up to you. It's not a problem. But please, only three pictures. So as you can see, I'm not going to go through them right now. But as you can see, we've got 3 pictures here of someone's build, 3 pictures here of someone's build, 3 pictures here of someone's build. And then some smart Alec has put 6 pictures within one of his builds. That would be myself. I've done 3 things for the Land Warfare, and I've put them all in one picture. If you can put that up there, that's great, because that gives us the ability then to go to one place on the Facebook group to do our judging for our group builds. It makes it a lot easier, while the content might make it a lot more complicated. But yeah, it makes it a lot easier if it's all in one place. So there you go. So the Land Warfare, like I say, you've got 12 days to go, and that's it. Another thing in which I need to remind you of, as you can see scrolling down the bottom here, our group diorama build. It runs until the 30th of November. So if you're not involved already, you've got loads of time to get involved. And like I said to you, we've got air warfare coming up, and we've got the sea warfare coming up. So you can, more than happy for you, combine anything you build within those group builds into a diorama for the end of the year as well. Up to you. Just minimizes the amount of stuff going on your bench. And like I say, a diorama can be as big as you want or as small as you want. For example, he says, here we go. This is a picture frame, and that's, you can make a little base and you can put whatever you want. Could be a couple of figures, could be I don't know, a Jeep, could be a tree with someone sitting underneath it. Could be anything you like. Anything that's a diorama, that's fine. Let's not get hung up on vignettes and all that sort of stuff. Not a problem. If it's a scene, if it's a model that tells a story, for me, that's a diorama. That'll do. There you go. Like I say, 30th of November, you've got loads of time to get involved. So I've gone over the group builds. We've gone over what's on our bench. We are 34 minutes into our live feed. We've got 20 people watching, 2 likes. You come on, you do better than that. 20 people watching. Thank you for all your comments. Thanks for getting involved. And now I want to go on to what's coming up. Now, as you know, I hope, in line with the ethos of this group, which is about community, about sharing your experiences, supporting everyone else, and getting support back, and encouraging each other and inspiring. That's what it's all about. So in line with that ethos, myself, Carl at Making Models, and Steve at Totally Scale Models run every Saturday a live show called Saturday Night Creche. And the idea is just to bring those groups together so we can sit out. I mean, if you watched last night's a good example. We sat, modeling or not, having a chat, interacting with you guys, having a laugh, listening to Lewis get very close to the line, and Nat, bless her, biting her tongue. Well, most of the time. So yes, so Saturday Night Creche, that has its own Facebook page as well, would you believe? So let's pop up over there. I'll just show you. There you go. There's the Saturday Night Creche live logo, and this is the website that we use. What we tend to do, or what we like to do, is we like to put up. Sorry, I am multitasking. What we like to do is we like to put up a post for you to show us what your latest work is. So it's what's on the bench, what's on your work, what work have you doing on? Like I say, 12 people have interacted this week, and we've got a special host that will go through your work and read out what you've written as a description, and we'll go through it all. So we want to involve you, and we want to involve your groups. We want to involve everybody. We want the community spirit, and it is literally that. We just want to have a bit of a laugh and a joke. So, hot off the press, if for those that weren't watching last night, where were you? But obviously, hot off the press is that we have decided to do our first group build. Look at that banner. Our first group. There we go. It's our first group build for the Creche, and it's Chance's fault. He reminded us that it's VJ Day coming up on 26th of August of this year. So that gives you ample time from the 1st of July to the 26th of August to pick a subject, any scale, any subject. The only criteria is it must have performed something or done something in the Pacific Theatre. How simple is that? And again, like I say, you can double up because it's a different group build. We've got our air warfare going on in the mess, so you could put the two together and enter two. That'd be good. So there you go, hot off the press. We're going to put a post up about that in the next couple of days, probably today, but the next couple of days I would say. And yeah, all the rules and stuff will be there. There'll be simple rules, you just pop a picture up with what you're going to build with some form of technology to say what day it is, so we know it's not been opened. It's not a shelf queen or anything like that you just rustled out. Yeah, so there you go. I've got to have a drink. I'm really sorry. This isn't meant to be a branding thing, but I do have mugs. If you're interested, give me a shout. Yes, so there you go. That's an exciting thing that we're going to be doing, and I'm really glad actually that because it was a spur of the moment. We literally didn't think about it until it came up. A little personal private chat between me and Carl and Steve as to I don't know what else you got going on. Do you want to give it a go? And I'm glad they agreed because I think it'd be a smashing thing to do. So there you go. So that's what's coming up soon. And as I say, that's on the 1st of July, as you can see from the very badly written banner that's going across there to the 26th of August. Before I go chatting on about anything else, I'm just going to double check there's nothing going on in the chat. Kat said, hi, James. Yes, it's part way done. Points control panel for ORF 35B. Kat likes to do the railways and that sort of stuff. I can't remember what gauge it is. Yeah, I think it's the really small gauge. Z gauge, is it, Kat? Can't remember. But obviously they do a lot of landscaping and stuff, so it's all part of modelling. The same as Nat for the crafty. I'm going to get it wrong, aren't I? you'll have to put a shameless plug in there now. I've forgotten. Dexterous Crafter or something like that. Oh, I don't know. Got a new channel, but she does cross stitch, so it's all part of the hobby, the part of the craft. So yeah, so thanks for adding that info in for us, Kat. I really appreciate that. And yeah, doing a cracking sterling job. We've got a Facebook user. That would be Gav Painter. Hi Gav, we were just looking at your work. Stunning, mate. Really looking good as usual, if I'm honest. But it's great. And there's that shameless plug that we were expecting. Dexterous Crafter. I was so close, so close. But there you go. And Kat's just interacted and just told me that it's the 009 narrow gauge. Okay, I don't know. I don't really know how big that is, if I'm honest, but I know it's small. So yeah, and Gav's just saying, yeah, much appreciated, mate. Yeah, no, it's really great. I really love when you guys post up your work because for me personally, it's an inspiration. If I'm honest, watching what people are doing and all that is great. So there we go. Cool. So we're caught up on the chat. I'm just double checking down here and up there and around there. And yes, all screens seem to agree. We have caught up with the chat. Keep the comments coming in. I do like a comment or two. 22 people watching. Oh, I got a love. Oh, I like loves. Do loves. Yeah. I would think that would be through the Facebook. Not sure if I'm honest. But hey, 7 thumbs up. Cool. 22 people watching. Make sure you say hi. Make sure you tell me what you're up to, and we'll come back to that in a second. So, yes. So I haven't got a banner because I did make one for this, but obviously the air warfare, our next group build within the mess, will be starting on the 3rd July, running through to the 26th of September. So with those group builds, they are roughly 3 months. Plenty of time for you to get involved. With the air warfare, obviously, again, that's any scale, any subject, as long as it flies and it was used in warfare, you can enter it. I'm really looking forward to. I think there's going to be some really interesting, different types of things being put in there this time, and I'm really looking forward to it. The fact that we've also got the VJ Day thing coming as well could combine some interesting stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. So that's what else is coming up on the mess. Let me talk very briefly about what you're doing right now. So Sunday Parade, like I said, I'm just going to mention it again. I think I've covered this, but I'm going to say it again because it's on my list, and if I don't do it, I'll tell myself off later. Sunday Parade, the idea behind it is just to give you a rundown of what's going on in the mess, Model Officers Mess on Facebook, and also the Model Officers YouTube channel. I'll get the fingers. There you go. Social medias on here, up here, oh, down here. Yeah. I need to put like a bit of string or something, invisible string that you can't see that I know where it is. So Model Officers YouTube channel. Okay, so not done an awful lot of content of late. If you enjoy watching or seeing my dioramas, I've got a couple of diorama builds on there, and I do try and take you through the process of how I achieve what I achieve, and yeah, so people, it's been well received. But if you haven't seen it, pop over and have a look. Some of them, one of them particularly, is a long series, but there's so many different techniques in it. It's so exciting. Or it was for me to build. I loved it, and it is there, just there in my cupboard. Anyway, so yeah, so I got lots of things planned. I had lots of things planned at the beginning of the year as well. And I'll be honest, I've had some technical issues and Mojo, mainly Mojo. But I'm hoping to do some more. So I've got a couple of things planned in which will be watch me build, tips, hints, that sort of thing. It's not the only way I do things, because there are lots of ways of doing all sorts of things, but it's the way I do it and how I achieve it. And I'll be honest, and I will be open with you, some of the techniques I've never used before. I've seen them, I've seen people do it, I see what they've achieved, and I think, oh, do you know what, I'll give that a go. So that's what I do. Sorry, I just realized that I'm keeping in contact with myself on the YouTube, and I'm paused, so I'm still broadcasting fine. Yes, so obviously with the YouTube as well, I've done a few inbox reviews. I've done it a slightly different way or tried to do it a slightly different way to what other people have done. A little bit of history involved with it. It takes a lot of research and a lot of effort. But again, it's been received relatively well. So I've got some reviews coming up. Some reviews involve some stuff from Yen Models. Yen Models is a company that deals with some amazing stuff. I use some church windows in the build that's behind me over here somewhere. There you go. And Yen is brilliant. His customer service is second to none. But I've got a few subjects in which I won't tell you now, but I know there's a few subjects that I've got that I'm gonna do a review on. One specifically, I'm gonna do a review and a build all at the same time. So keep an eye out for that. I've got some kit reviews coming up. I've got a Svezda kit coming up. I've got a Saber kit coming up, and I've got a Rifefield Models. A Rifefield Models kit in which I want to review. So sorry, that was a little bit of a hiccup in the transmission. I just noticed, and hopefully that won't happen again. If it does, I apologize. So that's what's coming up on the YouTube channel. There is some other planned bits and pieces, but I haven't tied that all together yet. But the only hint I will give you is the fact that there are some interviews coming up, and not the normal sort of interviews you'd expect. Hopefully I can tie that all together before the end of the year, and I'll keep you posted. But that will be hopefully a serial thing. So there will be a bundle of those all come together. Some will be people you know. Hopefully there's some people you don't know, and there's certainly will be some people you didn't think made models. That's what I'm going to say. So there you go. We've done what's going on in the mess at the moment. We've done what's coming up in the mess. And it's 21 people. I've got 7 likes, thumbs up, and a heart. Thank you so much for the first time of doing this. Much appreciated. I really appreciate it, guys. And for all of you that are involved with the mess, with the Creche, with the community in which I'm part of, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. I will give a shout out to Malcolm Childs and this one, Models for Heroes. If you don't know the charity, there is a bit on the mess about it, and look them up because they're a great charity that supports our veterans and serving people from the army and all the services, so of which I do some volunteering for. So yeah, please make sure you remember them at this particular time, because obviously the charities are suffering a little bit. So if you can help in some way, or you'd like to help in some way, you're not sure how, drop Malcolm Childs at Models for Heroes a line, and I'm sure it says it all on the website, which I believe is modelsforheroes.org. New website. Oh, it's ever so exciting. It's all on there, how you can help, how you can donate, what sort of things they need. And they are still working throughout this current time. Not how they normally do, but they are definitely still working. So Malcolm would appreciate not only the shout out, but your support as well. Please make sure you do that. Cool. We are coming up to 10 to 12. Can you believe you've listened to me rat on for 50 minutes? Well done, you. Let's go quickly over to the chat, have a quick look, see what else we've got. We have got Gary Morris. I've always wanted to have a go at dioramas. I've watched lots of YouTube videos about it. I want to do it, but never sure where to start, or am I writing checks for my abilities I can't cash? Gary, the honest truth, don't worry about checks. Don't worry about your abilities. None of that really matters. Give it a go. 100% give it a go. Dioramas are a lot more scary than they actually are to do. Trust me. Yeah, if you want some advice, give me a shout. All I would say to you is go small. Go small. You know, for example, if you've got a model that you really, really like, and you make a base for it. A base with some grass, a base with some tarmac and a hedge. Really, really simple to do. Really, and honestly, when you start doing dioramas, once you get the bug, I promise you, I don't personally know anybody that's done a diorama that doesn't love doing them, because they just are full of so many different techniques you really should give it a go. But what I will do, actually, Gary, keep your eyes posted, because, like I say, I've got a couple of videos coming up, and dioramas will be a subject in which I touch into, because I am so annoyingly passionate about it. So, yeah, hopefully I can give you a bit of inspiration and a G up. And like I say, you've got until basically the end of November. Yes, end of November for the diorama group build. Think of the subject that you want to do. Think about how you could potentially do something very simple and really small. Like I said, there you go. That's all you need. That's all you need for a base, right? It's just literally, I mean, what's that? I don't know how big that is, to be honest. 9 centimeters square. That's how big that is, 9 centimeters square, and you can make a diorama from that without a problem. And all you need, for example, making models, one of his favorite subjects is the Tamiya BMW motorbike with sidecar. But obviously don't go for the one that he did, like the 116, because it won't fit on there. But you certainly could do a 135th or even a 148th. 148th, big recommendation for me. I have fallen in love so much with 148, as you can see. Yeah, there you go. Really easy. I'll quickly do. There you go. Colin's joined us. Hi, Fester. How you doing? Gives me a good link, actually, Colin. Well done, you. Just remember, at 12 o'clock on the Fester Workshops YouTube channel, they have got their Sunday brunch. So that's coming up shortly. So don't miss that. And that's in 3 minutes' time. Right. Okay. Yeah. That's no problem, Gary, at all. Gary's just saying thanks, look forward to the videos. Yeah, there are some on my YouTube channel. Check them out. It might blow your mind a little bit, but yeah, give it a go. Okay, so we're going to wrap up. Before I do that, I'm just going to give you a cheeky look. This is going to be my diorama entry. These are my land warfare builds, and a couple of others that I have made already. So watch out for that. I will keep you updated. A little teaser there. Obviously, I've got to do some water effects, so we can cover a bit of water effects in a video or something. Might even do that live. Scary. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so going to wrap it up now, because obviously we are heading towards 12 o'clock. If there is anything you guys would like me to do, I'm up for a challenge, and I'll be honest with you, if I don't know how to do it, I'll either find someone that can do it or I won't do it. But generally I will either find personal or give it a go, and we can see how I fail together. Not a problem. I don't mind failing. You don't learn anything by doing it right first time. You've always got to muck something up along the way. So there you go. I'm going to call it a wrap now. Thank you so much. 23 people watching. I am blown away by the fact you've all been with me this morning. It's Sunday morning after all. It is a day of rest. However, just remember, you've got Fester's workshop coming up at 12 o'clock. Colin and Dave doing their brunch. So you've got time to quickly rush off and get some brunch put together. Pop a picture in their Facebook page, Fester's workshop. Oh, no, it's not Fester, is it? It's Fester's 67's workshop. I do apologize. Take a picture of your brunch, what's on your bench, and they'll have a look at that throughout their show. But from me and everyone at the mess, that's all the admins, because they are included. I do see them as a team. We are a team. You are part of that team. Until then, see you next Sunday. Ta-ta.